Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I put out a video a while back talking about my favorite blue decks that I've played in the Dragon Ball Super card game, and I put out a poll. Which color should I do next? Now, there was somebody who commented in a previous video they wanted to see me do green next, and I absolutely wanted to do green, but I want to do that with my buddy Derek, who's our resident green player here, because I don't really have 5 green decks. I was barely able to scrap up the top 5 for this video, but in the poll, it tied at red and yellow. So I said, fuck it, why not? Let's do red first. And like I said, I did have to scrap together a couple 5 decks that I enjoyed playing that were red throughout the years of this game. And these aren't like meta decks. These aren't like decks you're going to bring to your locals or win any tournaments. No, these are just decks that I personally really enjoyed playing. Some of them I haven't played in a while, but I did update the lists with some of the new cards that I think would be better fits for them, as well as cards that are banned and no longer playable. So, to start off my list, I wanted to go with the GT Crew deck. Now, when this deck first was released, it was awesome. This deck just popped off. But unfortunately, now in this day and age, it really cannot hold a candle to the newer red decks, especially Sin and Gogeta. Luckily, those are gone. The reason why this deck always just... I guess I shouldn't say always. The reason why this deck cannot be... is not really seen a lot of play nowadays is because the unison of the deck, the spaceship Vessel of Hope, that this deck revolves around, is so easily killable by cards such as Black Smoke Dragon. So essentially, it slows the deck down. You really wanted to get to 7 markers by your turn 2, so that way you can awaken early. Now, people have updated the list to account for that now. I probably would pump this up to 4 copies now, but most people are now playing Baby Juvenile Parasite, which is one of the better red unisons in the game. Essentially just to draw 1 and pick off your opponent's board. This card is phenomenal. Like I said, one of the better red cards in the game, but one of the better red unisons in the game. This deck also did receive a lot of recent support through the Dash Pack with the Son Goku and Pan Trunks Journey to the Cosmos, solid card, as well as Pan Heartfelt support. And last but not least, it got a Z Leader, SS4 Son Goku, Tearful Awakening. This card is absolutely... I think this is a great deck. I really enjoy playing this deck, but it just doesn't see any relevant tournament play because of the issues with the Spaceship of Hope, and it just does not pop off as quick. Without being able to early awaken, it definitely takes a bit of a hit. But it's a really fun deck to play. And oh yeah, you get to play the old Hyper Evolution Super Saiyan 4 Son Goku, a secret rare from set 3. So that's really cool. Next up is an oldie, but a goodie. I mean, it's definitely an oldie. Saiyan Power Vegeta Baby. That's how I read this every time. I'm like, Vegeta Baby? Front side Vegeta Baby. This is before they switched it always to Baby Vegeta. But this is a promo leader, an old promo leader. But I really like this card, and this is an old, very old engine, the almost said that with an accent, Red Baby engine, which did get a little support over the recent years. The last one being, like, the last main set to focus on this was set 8. But the Baby Parasitic Villainy was a recent promo not too long ago, maybe at most a year or so. But really cool card with being a 1-drop. If your leader card is a red Machine Mutant card and you choose one of your Vegeta GT cards and place it under this card, play up to 1 Vegeta GT Baby battle card with an entry cost of 4 from your deck on top of this card, then shuffle your deck. Activate main, once per turn, place 1 card from your hand at the bottom of your deck to draw 1. So essentially you're just it's replacing itself, or getting rid of cards in hand you don't really care for. Using some of the newer cards like SS4 Gogeta, being able to search for good red cards you like, being able to play 1-drop red battle cards in rest mode, aka you played at your Baby Vengeance Unleashed, which is a set 4 card. You essentially play this. You activate main, you can Union Absorb, choose one of your battle cards and place it under this card. If your leader is a red machine mutant, which it is, choose it to 1 baby with an energy cost of 4 or less with the same character name as the card you placed under this card from your deck and place it on top of this card. So what's really cool is not a lot of people think of this, but you can put another Baby Vengeance Unleashed under it. Or you could put Baby Parasitic Villainy under it. Or, like most people think, you just put the red Vegeta under it. You can play this for free, or either one of these for free, with your Gogeta unison. So that's really cool. But yeah, then you play the 4-drop Saiyan Strength Baby. Double strike, 20k, you draw 1 on play, then choose one of your opponent's battle cards and it loses minus 20k power for the duration of the turn. Solid card. The only problem with this deck is that this has to be in your deck. If you see it in your hand, or if enough copies are in your life, it sucks. This deck is essentially dead on arrival. But from there, you free evolve, EX evolve into Super Baby 1 Parasitic Menace. It's a double striker. You play on top of this. Once you evolve it on top of your 4-drop, you draw another card, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards. It gets 5k power for the turn, and you cannot play this card essentially again for the turn. But the main thing is you pay 1 red to choose 1 baby card with a cost of 6 from your hand and play it on top of this card. Bringing the old spice back. Set 4 Epochal Grudge Grade 8 Baby. A triple striker, 30k. When this card attacks or your opponent plays a battle card. If your leader is a machine mutant, you draw 1. So you play it, you draw 1. Up this chain, you essentially draw 3 cards in that turn. Then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and it loses another 20k power. So if you were hypothetically to do this all in a single turn, you're minusing 20 off this, another 5 off that, and minusing a 20 if your opponent, when this card attacks too. So there's a lot of board clear in this. And if for some reason this card would be KO'd, if you have Baby Ventral Blow in hand, which is the holiday edition, which I actually have a couple copies of this, you essentially can play this card again from your hand for free once that 6-drop has been KO'd. You choose a Vegeta GT card in your drop area and play it under this card. You choose a 1 baby card in your hand with 30k power and play it on top of this card. So essentially your 6-drop gets KO'd, you play this for free from your hand, you essentially then get to replay another 6-drop from your hand. I probably could run this up to 4 copies, but it's hard to find space in this deck. Among other things, you have the GT Crew card, which is just another big attacker you can play to wipe stuff off board. You have the 1-drop Goku and Frieza's, which are amazing. Broly Crown, which is busted as all heck. The Trunks Delucha Power to increase your attack power. It's solid. The new Gohan promo, absolutely. And of course, we have Vegeta, which if your leader's a mono red Saiyan card, which this card is. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, it's leader ability. It's an old one in case you didn't know. When this card attacks leader, draw 1. Activate main, choose 1 card in your life and add it to your hand. Choose another one of your opponent's battle cards and it loses 5k power for the duration of the turn. It can awaken once you're at 4 life, and you choose 2 of your energy, switch into active mode. When this card attacks, draw 1, and then activate main, you can choose one of your battle cards to lose 15k power, and then you choose 2 of your opponent's cards, so they minus 10k each, which you have a lot of high attack cards in here, so you have a lot of targets. But anyway, like I said, it's an oldie. It's a kind of a fun deck to play around. Not going to win you tournaments, but might confuse someone at locals. Next up, we have Son Gohan, The Power of Duty. I like this, personally, this deck a lot more than the U7 Goku deck and the U7 Vegeta deck, which was almost on this list, but I didn't want to put too many like U7 red leaders in here. But I actually like this leader the most. I like just the skill list package in this deck. It's fun. It's it's a good time. Universe, it's a Gohan obviously with the Universe Warrior of Universe 7 ability. Once per turn, when you use a Universe 7 card in a combo, you draw 1. And then when your life is at 4 or less, or you have a red unison in play with a specified cost of 2, which is the Frieza or the one copy of the Piccolo Jr., you will then draw 1, switch your energy to active mode, and then add cards from your life until you have 5 left. Once per turn, same thing. When you use a Universe 7 card in a combo, draw 1. Once per turn, Spirit Boost 1. You can remove a marker from your Unison card to activate the skill. When you use a red skillless card with an energy cost of 2 in a combo, it gets additional 6k combo power for the battle. So essentially, you run 3 copies of Vegeta, 3 copies of Goku, 3 copies of Piccolo. That is 9 cards, 9 targets for this ability. So essentially, these all become super combos in their own right. Let's see here. I'm going to turn that down just to, for this video here. And then finally, once per turn, when one of your red unisons with a specified cost of 2 is placed in your drop area from the unison area, choose one red skillless battle card with an energy cost of 2 in your drop and play it. Lots of fun choices here. You also have cards like the Son Goku Nimbus Master, which you can activate main for 1 energy, send 1 skillless battle card from your hand to your drop area, from your drop to your warp, to play this card. So essentially becomes a 15k, it's a 1-drop 15k attacker for getting rid of a card that's already in your drop. If it's your opponent's turn at the end of a battle in which this card was used in a combo, play up to 1 skillless battle card with a cost of 2 or less from your deck or drop area. Then shuffle your deck if you look through it. And then you can activate this ability for the turn. So combo with this for 1. You then get to bring out a 2-drop skillless card, which all these are, the Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo. Play them, combo with them for Gohan's ability. It's really fun. A lot of synergy. You can build up a lot of Z energy fairly quickly. You do get access to Backbone of Universe 7. Son Goku is a super combo that it triggers if you have 5 or less life, so becomes immediately usable upon awakening, even if you don't have 4 life. And it's a U7 card, so it fits the theme. I did throw in the brand new Frieza Pride of the Emperor in this deck. I think this is super cool. If your leader is a Universe 7 card, when this card is played, you draw 1, and then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and gets minus 25k power. It is a 20k double strike that is essentially you can play for 1 while you have 3 or more energy. Oh, sorry, for 2. You can play for 2 if you have 3 or more energy. And this last ability doesn't matter since you're not playing the Warriors of Universe 7. Then you have your 4 copies of Rush Attack and 3 copies of SS4. But yeah, that's just a fun little red deck to play. Move on to the next one. So remember when I told you I didn't want to put too many Universe 7 Saiyans on here? Yeah, I decided to throw him on here. I really like this leader. Once again, it is heavily reliant on the 2-drop Unison, which is easy fodder for Black Smoke, but it is still a pretty fun deck to play. This was a starter deck, one of the more fun starter decks in my opinion. Vegeta always seems to get really neat starter decks, doesn't he? When this card attacks, draw 1, and this card gets 5k power for the turn. So 15k attacker on front, awesome. When your life is at 4 or less, or you have a red Unison card with a specified cost of 2 in play, switch 2 of your energy to active mode and add cards from your life to your hand until you have 5 left. Choose it to one of your red Unison cards with Kaba in its name and add a marker to it. So easy buff to your Kaba. When this card attacks, draw 1. Choose up to one of your red Unisons with a cost of 2, and it gets double strike. So make that Kaba 15k double. Once per turn, you can Spirit Boost. When your opponent attacks your Unison, you can negate the attack, then choose a Unison to get additional 6k power for the turn. So Unison defense, which is great against attacks, but like I said, Black Smoke Dragon does pretty much end it, which is unfortunate. But there are a lot of really cool older cards that work with the red Vegeta leader, such as Beerus, Wrath of the Gods, is a 15k crit, normally for 3, but if your leader is a red Vegeta, at the end of a battle in which this card was used in a combo from your hand, play this card in rest mode. So you can combo it for 5k power, tap 1 to play it in rest mode. If your opponent really does not want that card around, they will waste their time getting rid of it. If they don't get rid of it, boom, this card becomes, a problem. As well as Frieza, Fairweather Fiend. It is a 20k double strike. If your leader is red and you have a red unison with a specified cost of 2 in play. At the end of a battle in which you combo with this card from your hand, play this card. Once again, it is a 5k combo power, but you get to tap 2. After comboing it, get to play it. And once per turn, when your opponent activates a counter skill, choose up to one of their battle cards, ignoring barrier, and it gets minus 30k power for the turn. It doesn't necessarily rely on Vegeta, but that specified 2 cost unison, which we got 5 of in this deck. Then we have the Son Gohan Ultimate Essence. This is another card that was in the Gohan deck, but essentially when this card is, when your leader, if your leader is red and you use a mono red skillless battle card in a combo, draw 1. That's why I do run 2 Piccolo, 2 Goku, and 2 Vegeta. So 6 targets for that card, just for more draw power. You have the Frieza Imperial Inspiration. When you combo this card, you choose up to one of your leader or battle cards, and it gains critical for the battle. It does cost 1 to combo, but critical. That's pretty darn good. Once again, we're throwing in the new Gohan defeating the Demon promo, as well as Frieza, Pride of the Emperor. Solid cards. This is a very fun, aggressive deck, but once again, it was overshadowed by Sin and Gogeta. So who knows? This deck and Gohan, as well as the of course the U7 Goku, could see some play in Rogue matches. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this deck in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinions. And finally, we have Bulma Familial Bonds. I love this deck. It is annoying as hell, and to be honest, it's funny to me because this feels like it should be a blue deck, but it's not. So everyone knows about Bulma. You essentially do not attack with your leader. You essentially draw 1, activate main every turn, and then once your life is at 4 or less, you can switch, awaken, draw 2 cards every turn off its ability, making all of your red and yellow Saiyan and Earthling cards in your battle area getting blocker. This deck is just to stall your opponent out, and just annoy the crap out of them with constantly recycling your super combos, your Earthlings. It's so much fun. I didn't update the sideboard. That's just old. I wouldn't even look at it. I just focused on updating this part. You have your Bulma, your Videl encountering danger, not encouraging. It's essentially a counterplay that gives 2 of your opponent's battle cards minus 20. It's fantastic. Bulma Bunny, in case your Earthlings get removed by a skill, you can play this card. And then if this, let's see here, when one of your red Earthling cards other than Bulma is removed from the battle area by a skill, you may play this card from your hand. If you do, play up to 1 red Earthling only card with a cost of 4 or less from your drop. Lots of targets for that, but a lot, good one is, of course, Videl, Miraculous Aid. This grabs your super combos back. Oh, it's so much fun. Of course, Gohan defeating the demon was thrown in there. Baby Juvenile Parasite is going to be great at making the game last longer. The Gokus, which I love how they're posing, but like they're posing against each other. That's fun. Vegeta, just blow everything up. Fun stuff. This is a weird deck where like it didn't get nerfed in any way, even though people really wanted Videl to be nerfed, but it got overshadowed by other decks. And I just have this feeling that someone every once in a while is going to play a Bulma deck and do really well in a regional event. This is also one of the only decks that I can think of that you can play Videl, Daughter of the World Champ, from your Z deck. If there are 1 or more red Earthling cards in your Z energy, when this card attacks, choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards at 15k power or less, and KO it. And this card gets plus 10k power for the turn. A 1-drop, that 15k attacker that nerfs, like KO something with 15k power or less. Solid. I like it. Fun. All right. I think that will do it for me. Like I said, I don't play red all that much, just because I'm not a huge fan of the playstyle, but these decks I did enjoy playing. I promise the next video I make will be green. because I do have more fun playing green. I got a lot of really cool decks for that one, but also my buddy Derek is going to be in it as well. So thank you guys so much for checking out this video. If you liked any of the decks here, or have any comments or any decks you think I should check out, let me know in the comments down below. I am on my way to 400 subs. I am just, I believe, 14 away from that goal at the time of making this video. So if you want to help me out, that would be amazing. And I'll see you on the next video. Take care.